All right, I want you guys to go support Piston Mike. Y'all go to the subscribe button. He at 480 right now. Let's get him to 1,000, 100,000, 500,000, million subscribers as soon as possible, bid. Let's help him put it down. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you like the Pistons, you want to support me, think about sending me a donation. Best way you can help me right now is go subscribe over to Piston Mike and go help him get his numbers up, putting in work, hard work, smart work, dedicated work, consistent work. So make sure you go over there and appreciate that work. So remember, the name is Piston Mike, and I have a link in the description. If you have a problem finding it on YouTube, it'll be under source link or Piston Mike channel link in the description. Peace. All right, sorry for the dogs. They're barking. I don't know why. But let's talk about excuse me, I'm kind of distracted. Here we go. Let's talk about let's talk about the trade rumors surrounding Detroit Pistons. They're saying that the Jazz have discussed Harrison Barnes, and also they've discussed about Jerami Grant. So that's going around. So Pistons play, they probably already start tip by the time this video come up here. So right now, you probably know status of Cade Cunningham. Right now, Cade Cunningham's status is questionable for the Wolves game. So we'll see. I'll probably watch the game tonight. Probably hit one of the games pretty soon too to see Pistons at work down at Little Caesars. Can't complain about them being in Detroit, not going on a regular basis. All right, my boy Greg been more Piston fans than me, coming from Saginaw game so far. So they have discussed trades for Harrison Barnes, the Jazz, and Jerami Grant. See what other rumors may be out there right now. So 6 teams that might want to trade for Piston veteran Jerami Grant. Kings are interested in Jerami Grant with the Pistons. Who says no? 300 radar trade destinations. Negatives of Pistons not trading Jerami Grant at the deadline. So got a lot of just different things going here, man. So so apparently the Kings are interested. Let's look at this one first. So it says Sacramento, sources confirm Kings have pulled out of trade talks with the Philadelphia 76ers for Ben Simmons, as first reported by ESPN's Andrew Wojnarowski. This is January 28. Sacramento shifting focus to other pursuits ahead of the February 10th NBA trade deadline. Sacramento have been increasingly mentioned at Marsan as a suitor for Detroit's Jerami Grant, as covered here my latest column. So right next to Jerami Grant, we get Bagley, Davion Mitchell. They don't even need to give us the first. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I take Bagley and Mitchell straight up. But if they give us a first, fine. I take that, no problem. They can. I just take Mitchell and Bagley. I mean, but we can take a deeper look at their roster real quick. And then we get back to the Jazz rumor. I don't know what they got to offer. They got to get a second team in there. If you looking, obviously, them two probably off the shelf. Burden, Fox, okay, that's fine. Tristan Thompson, no, not TMZ boy. Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, Rashard Holmes. Think about, that's who I think Isaiah Stewart, to get off topic for a minute. I think that's his ceiling right here. That's his comp. This remind me of Rashard Holmes a little bit taller than him, but that's who he should model himself after, if not Ben Wallace as well too. But yeah, I like Rashard Holmes. A good player, man. Good energy guy, like junkyard dog kind of guy. I would love Rashard Holmes in the deal. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to get Rashard Holmes in the deal. But if we get a first out of him, so be it. They can keep the first. But Mike Mo Harkless, what he brings to the table, defensive gritty guy. So out of all guys here, I'll take Davion Mitchell in a heartbeat. Bagley, I'm just not. I mean, I like Bagley, but it just seemed like he a dinosaur in the league today. So, if you had to tell me the best trade that I could put together without being rational, I would take Davion Mitchell. I would take that Buddy Hield contract, and I would take Rashard Holmes. I wouldn't mind sending them back. Jerami Grant. I wouldn't mind sending them back. Well, one thing about Buddy Hield and Davion Mitchell, that they really don't fit. That's right. Love Buddy Hield, though. I would love Buddy Hield. 6'4", can catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? I would love Buddy Hield. Most definitely. Let's say no Buddy Hield, because really, You get Buddy Hill, then will he take a reduced role coming off the bench, kind of being like the being like the how can I say it? Being like the Ben Gordon type of guy. He's a veteran player, but would he accept that role on the Pistons, not starting and kind of really going after being the Vinny Johnson, Ginobili type of guy? If he accept that role, then I could feel it. With a closing lineup of Cade, Bay at the forward spots, Mitchell, Buddy Hill, I could see it, but to be rational, I say no. They can cash out other players for they can cash out other players for they can cash out other players, bro. In my opinion, for Buddy Hill and probably get a better deal. Unless the Pistons willing to do something like crazy, and I don't think he the type of player to do something crazy with. When you talk about a guys like I've been putting Bay in there, maybe get a little crazy, get them Kelly Olynyk. I know a lot of them like Kelly Olynyk after he torched them in his, I think it was one of his first comeback games with when he came back from the injury and all that, and then he ended up getting COVID. So yeah, I already know, bro. It's to the point where with that, I get it. I definitely do. I definitely do, man. So I can keep Buddy Hill, honestly, bro. Because then, will he accept that reduced role? Um, that's a question. That's a question mark, and not just accept it because he getting paid. Will he embrace it like Manu Ginobili embraced the role, like Vinny Johnson embraced the role, like Ben Gordon, even though that's a cuss word around here, embraced the role? That's the question. Because if he's not going to embrace it and do it for the love of money, then I'm good, bro. If he embraced that role, I think he'd be fine off the bench. He'd be crazy off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he might be at the point he older. They might want to start. But if you put him on a winning situation, I think he might accept the role. We not quite there yet. But yeah, I think for me to put the trade together, I'm not looking at the salaries. Mitchell, Bagley, that's fine. I wouldn't mind throwing in Rashard Holmes. So you take Mitchell, Bagley in first, I do that. Mitchell, Bagley, Rashard Holmes, I do that as well too. Maybe a second round pick in there or just as is. So like Davion Mitchell, one thing I like about Davion Mitchell is that he fits the Pistons mold. Good defender. Undersized makes up for that with effort on defense, and he just gonna get better effortlessly. His jump shot look good too. His form, you know what I'm saying? His jump shot form look a-okay. But it's just about shooting a better free throw percentage. He shoot poor from the free throw line. He shoot poor from the 3-point line. But it's he shake and bake, gets to the rim, and Jalen Brunson don't shoot that good. He don't shoot that good from the either. But he get inside. He obviously had more opportunities. Been longer in the league to develop too. So yeah, my thing is, with him, the shooting. And then you talk about shooting, you talk about a coach that's predicated on shooting. That's his MO, and that's what he pushes. And then, no matter if you can't shoot, you still gotta shoot. So like I said, the downfall is with Bagley and Mitchell, the biggest downfall, I think, is the biggest elephant in the room is you're not getting premier shooting. And that's a big issue. Because that's what he predicated. Now, if you get another coach that works towards his team strengths and then customize his strengths based on what they do well, then fine. I'm with it. But that's not Dwayne Casey's MO. He tries to take a round peg and put it in a square hole. And that's what he does. So, that's what he does. But yeah, realistically, that's kind of the deal, the way it was put in there. I won't mind it. Mitchell, Bagley in the first, protect the top 10, fine. I do that. That first probably at worst turn into a second. So, yeah, that is what it is right there, man. But okay, back to the Utah situation. Let's read the Utah article. So it's been going around all day. Jazz have discussed trades for Harrison Barnes and Jerami Grant. It says Utah Jazz are tagging the wing they could defend on the trade market ahead of next week's deadline. Then also Joe Ingles out for the season. He got a contract coming up. So, yeah, Jazz have trade talks with the Kings and on Harrison Barnes with Detroit Pistons with Jerami Grant. Barnes probably on the cheaper side of things. Barnes almost certainly will require a lesser trade offer to acquire than Grant. There we go. The Jazz lost Joe Ingles for the season this week, but they could use expiring contract. They can use his expiring contract to make the money work. So, yep, there you go. They can trade him as long as you're okay with him coming off an injury. So, with Utah offering, I don't know what Utah. I don't know what they got to offer, honestly, bro. See what they got in the future. So they have a top 6 protected first round pick from the Grizzlies. The pick would transfer because if the pick is currently not top 6. So right now you get the Grizzlies pick, which is looking like a late first. So they would get, they got it for trading for Mike Conley. So okay. It says the first round pick is top 7 protected, number 15 through 30 in 2021. So if you top 7 protected, then you go to the top 6 in 2022. Okay, so now it's top 6 this year. So it's been transferred for a couple. So it's top 6. The next year turn to top 3 protected, then on and on. Worst case scenario, 2026 transfers to a second. They have a first next year too, the year after next. So really, what you'll be looking at is that Grizzlies picks is probably wild. They're sitting at the back of the draft right now. And they do have a Thunder pick that is transferable 2 years after the Jazz send the first round pick to the Grizzlies. I don't know. All this shit is difficult. So I don't know. So I guess, if they, the worst case scenario, you flip them to Utah for the pick this year and they pick next year, and you take the Joe Ingles contract, which is let's see. Let's look at the Joe Ingles contract. Sitting at 12, so they don't need more money to make it work unless the Pistons got the cap room. Look at Utah roster. They really literally have nothing I can just think of up top that I would want. That they'd be willing to trade. So you look here, like literally, who would you want? Obviously, Mitchell off the. I doubt it. Would you get Gobert if you get him back? Kelly Olynyk, I doubt it. Bojanovic, no. They're probably not moving Clarkston. I don't want Mike Conley. I don't want Rudy Gay. I don't want Eric Pascal. Daniel House would probably be a guy that I'm interested in, but we got so many of them dudes that play that wing position, bro. It's not funny. So they literally just have the picks to give us. He ain't did much all year, so he's our healthy safety protocol. But he'll be one of the guys that I look at. But I'm pretty sure his money ain't gonna work with his money alone. Him and Joe Ingles' money alone. So right now he making 11 million for 12 for what 3 years they say. So he making 111,000 this season. That's his base. So that's definitely not gonna make it work. So they literally have nothing to give us unless they facilitate with a third team. I don't know much about Gerard Butler. He was a second round pick. Baylor. So I'm not sure, especially what he's been doing, but nothing. So they literally, on the personnel side, we literally just had to take a player for a contract. That's it, because nobody down there getting paid nothing. I don't think they want to give away Hassan Whiteside neither. He could be temporary guy in the middle. He out with an ankle already. Solid number. He told us up last time, one of the times we played them. So, literally, what's his contract? Then they're going to want Kelly Olynyk back because they're going to need a big guy in there. So, right now, he on a 1 year, $2 million deal. So, $2.4 million deal. So, that's making the money work is going to be difficult in this deal, bro. Bojanovic might have to come back in this deal just for the money. Good player. 32 years old. So Bojanovic makes 17, 18 this season, 18-5. So Bojanovic and and Joe Ingles will have to make it work. So that'd be a little bit over the money with both of their contracts in there, but they can find somebody else to even out the money. Olenek going back. I mean, well, whoever they want to pick going back. Because you look at the Pistons, so they'd be at 31 million. So if you look at the Pistons roster, uh, so I don't know. Olenek made the second most winning team, so they got to figure out how to make it work. So I don't know. That's up for them. But the 2 first-round picks would be the only reason that I would, send it to Utah. The 2 first, Ingles and Bojanovic, and the Pistons had to throw something else in there depending on their cap situation. So that is what it is. So the Grizzlies pick is top 6 protected. Obviously, they one of the best teams in the league right now. Um, so yeah, it ain't working. So right now they 36 wins, 18 losses. They're starting in the West. That's the best. That's a better record. So they third overall in record in the league. So that's like bottom first round pick, which guys like Darius Bazley, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker went pretty late, so it still has some value. But they got to find a team to facilitate. We just taking it for the 2 first round picks. So we taking off GP. So we'll see what happens, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Shout out to Detroit Piston Talk playlist for more videos like this. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media link subscription. Twitter's the fastest way to Facebook than Instagram. On information description, check me out on Spotify, Anchor Podcast, Goodfella TV Podcast, Goodfella TV Podcast. Best way to financially donate, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Appreciate the love and support. All my social media links there. Best way to donate, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe us the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase shares and notifications. Check out me out on YouTube. I'm on the channel Goodfella TV for more sports, music, news, entertainment. Peace.